Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the NYX Cosmetics or NYX Professional Makeup Ash Ultimate Shadow Palette. Now they do have other ultimate palettes with other shades, other bright colors, other warm tones, but this is the smokier kind of ashier palette, which has 16 shadows. So let's go ahead and look at the swatches. I'm going to finger swatch the shimmers. This is the first one. This is like an ashy beige in my opinion. It's definitely pearly. And also remember that this palette has 16 shades but no names for the shades. This one to me is like an ashy antique gold. Then the third shimmer color in the palette is the pale ashy gold. Next we have this kind of bright blue teal look, and it's a little bit ashy, but I definitely would categorize it with the colorful shades, but I did use this in one of my looks that I will show you. And here we have an ashy silver with a hint of lavender, but this one next to it or underneath it is definitely a pale ashy lavender shade. Then we have the actual silver shade, which is obviously an ashy shade, and then we have this kind of charcoal metallic gray, which is amazing, and then those are the shimmers in the palettes swatched on my arm. And I do have to say it's a thinner formula, so you do have to build it up, but it's definitely very ashy, which is what the palette is. So now we're going to move on to the matte. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you the swatches and the shades in the palette. That is the purple one. It does come off on the skin more lighter than in the palette. Then we have this ashy beige, which is definitely a stone kind of muted beige, but definitely no warmth to that. And then this green is very deep and dark, and I love how dark it is, and it's very matte, and I absolutely love that shade. Then we have this bright blue, but it's still deep and bold and beautiful. Then we have this gray, which I feel like is the true matte gray. Then we have the other matte gray in the palette, but this gray in particular has almost like a lavender shade, and I do like to use that as a transition, and it's definitely a great matte, but just a little deeper than the true matte gray. Then we have this shade, which I didn't know is a shimmer because it looks like a matte in the palette, but I used it in one of my looks and it is beautiful. Again, that's kind of like a dirty grayish shimmer. And then the black in the palette, which is my favorite shade, and it's such a great matte black, and what I did was I used just a little bit on almost every look, and it just created dimension for my Asian eyes. Now I'm going to go ahead and share with you 7 different looks that I created with this palette. Here's the first one. I used that green matte shadow and I absolutely loved it. I used it on the outer corners, on the indent of my lashes. It's so beautiful. And I do want to mention that I did use a bronzer. You could use any bronzer as a transition for all of these looks. So I also used a silvery kind of shimmer on the lid, and I really liked and enjoyed this combination. Next, I created an antique kind of ashy gold smoky look, and I absolutely love this look. I'm very surprised that I am loving these ashy looks, and these are all the golds that I showed you. And I also used that matte black shade on the outer corners and a little bit on the inner corners as well, but this is what it looks like. Again, I used a bronzer as a transition, and I'm super impressed with this look. I think I also used that matte stone shade on the brow bone. But my next look is a very unique look. I wanted to create a look that's unique but also wearable, and I just used that purple kind of maroon shade as a liner, and then I used the ashy lavender shade that's still silvery on the lid, and I really enjoyed and loved this look that I created. I also used and lined the bottom lashes with the purple, so it definitely came all together, and I definitely would wear this out, and I hope that you will too. Go ahead and comment down below what you think of some of the looks that I've created today, and we're gonna go ahead and move on to my next look, which is my silver kind of matte smoky ashy look, and I used the silver on the lid. I also used the matte grays on the outer corners, and I also used a hint of that black on the outer V just for dimension again. You can always use that black just to deepen the outer corner, especially if you have Asian eyes and you just need to create some dimension for your mono lids and all that. But I'm obsessed with this look. It's very easy, beautiful, and wearable again, which is what I go for, and I hope you like it too. But on to my fifth look, which is the silvery shade and the black shade together. And it's just very simple. It's super easy to do. And it just took 2 colors, and I think I actually would wear this a lot too. It's very wearable and ashy, but at the same time not crazy bold or anything like that. But now I'm going to go ahead and share with you 2 of the bolder looks in this palette that I created without lashes. And they're definitely colorful, and the colorful shades in the palette. I did pair the ashy lavender shade with the purple and the matte black in this look, and then I also used that shimmery teal with that bold blue and a little bit of the matte black on the outer V for dimension again. And you can't even tell that the black's in there, but that's how much I love that black. It's just perfect and it makes such a difference. But that was my video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it helped you out in any way that it could. If you are interested in using this palette, or if you like eyeshadow looks or ashy tones. But don't forget to check out my playlist, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys all next time. Bye, guys.